Hello, this is Brian Vickery, your analytic health coach and personal trainer, and I am coming to you with another variety of workout here in the wilderness of Park County, Colorado, just to show you. You could be doing this at home as well, whether it's just wrapping something around a post on your front porch, or whether it's going to a soccer field or a chain link fence around some tennis courts in your neighborhood. You can use what I'm going to show you today to get you a good total body workout, 20 minutes or so. So what we're going to do, this is a different modality, meaning a different style of training that we can do to keep variety in our lives and our exercise engaging. And this is a TRX Rip Trainer. You can see right now I've got it attached at both ends, but during the workout you're going to see me change that a few times. Also, you're going to see I'm wearing these cuffs again like I have on previous videos, and these are the Be Strong BFR cuffs. So these are blood flow restriction cuffs, and it does a lot of physiological benefits in regard to how it stops venous flow, which is going to introduce metabolites, and that's going to introduce growth hormone and everything else. It's just going to get you stronger, faster, actually cause something called hypertrophy, which is actually just muscle, actually building muscle mass itself. So we're going to go through a very similar workout to what I did on an earlier set of resistance bands. So we're going to do a chest press, we're going to do rows, squats, curls, triceps, that kind of thing. And now it's time to get started. So let's go. Okay, so our first exercise, we're going to do a chest press. So as you can see, I've kept it attached on both ends right here, and I've just wrapped it around something nice and vertical like this. It could be a post or a tree in this case. Before I get in here, this is going to be a simple chest press. I'll have an advanced course to where I'll show you how to step into it and have a compound movement that works a number of the parts of the body. But I'll first of all want to see what the tension is like and ensure that the tension is equal on both sides so that I'm getting a truly equal workout on both sides. So now I'm in here, I may check it again, and since this is a resistance band type of method, having this resistance band, I can move out or I can move in to change my resistance. So this is a heavy band. They come in a number of sizes from light all the way to extra heavy. I'm using a heavy band for these workouts, but I'm going to step out, keeping my hands, palms down and shoulder width apart, and just start doing my presses. Now, I am going to do a set of 30. I'm actually going to do 30, 15, and 15. But if this is your first time doing something like this, consider doing 2 sets of 10, maybe 3 sets of 10, or you could even doing 1 set all the way to failure, and that will be good enough. So here we go with our chest presses. I'm pressing. I'm actually working on my pecs. So I am tightening my pectoral muscles right here as I extend out. If for some reason I feel myself getting pulled back, I can adjust one foot and offset it like this. If I want more resistance, I'll just step out a little bit more and do that. So I'm going to knock out these 30. Okay, so I finished my chest press. Now I'm going to move into my row because I like to work opposing muscles. So if I just got through working my chest, now I want to work my back with a pulling exercise. Same type of thing. I want to make sure the tension's about the same. I'm going to keep it shoulder width apart, palms down. And again, I can adjust how I stand depending on how much resistance I want. I'm going to pull it to me and back. As I go out full extended, I'm going to extend these lats a little bit. These are the back muscles that we're primarily working in this case. And then as I pull here, I'm going to squeeze at the end of this. So if you're behind me, you would see that I would either be trying to squeeze a quarter between my shoulder blades, or again, if you're wearing a shirt, then just imagine bunching up that shirt in the back at the end of this range of motion. So here we go. And now I'm just going to knock out my set. Okay, so now on just about all the other exercises today, we've got it attached to both ends of the bar. In this case, instead, I just have it wrapped around whatever my vertical support is, really close, and I'm going to do a rotation that's going to work the core. Now, I could just rotate it here and only work the core, but by doing it the way I'm going to do and coming up to a full extension, I'm going to do everything from working my arm, working through my core, coming up onto my toes, and extending all the way through to my glute. So it's also going to work this side with the legs. The side closest to your support, you're going to be palm up, side away, palm down. That gives you a good strong grip to do it. And now I'm going to do my set. As I do it, again, I'm going to extend through. You can do it slow or fast, doesn't matter. I'm going to ground this one to my body, and notice I got full extension all the way to the toe. Coming back, and again, back, again, back, again. Each time grounding it to my body, And now I'm going to finish up my sets. Okay, now it's time to do squats. So you can see I've reattached back here, so I'm attached to both sides. Now, with a squat, you can do it with as simple as 1 foot here, and again, measure that tension to make sure it's equal on both sides before you actually do your squats. For myself, I'm actually going to do 2 feet. So I'm going to put my 2 feet in about shoulder width apart, and again, make sure I got a measure to see that I'm pretty much same tension each side. When that is done, notice I'm palms down, both palms on this in this case. I'm going to lift it up and put it on my shoulders before I begin my squats. So lift it up. Get your grip the way you want. Make sure your shoulder width apart. And as you go down, make sure those knees aren't caving inwards. Instead, keep them square. They should be aligned with your second and third toe if you were to look down. But I don't want you to look down. I want you to keep your head in a nice neutral position. Don't be looking down at your feet. Don't be looking up at the sky. Instead, a nice neutral position. As you do these squats, you may start out a little bit slow to get used to the resistance and not going as deep. But then as you get comfortable with it, as you go down, your hamstring should be about parallel to the ground. Your knees also should not really be extending beyond your toes, but most importantly, as long as your shin stays in line with your chest, you've got a good, strong foundation. So now I'm just going to finish out this set. Okay, so now we're going to do the bicep curl. So again, I'm attached on both sides. And just like the squat, I can set 1 foot there, and if so, I can do my curls just right from there. All right, so this would be the entry point to doing this type of exercise. If you want to add a little bit harder to it, you can put the second foot in there. Again, judge your tension, make sure it's equal on both sides, and be shoulder width apart, or even go a little bit wider and get into a horse type of stance, kind of flexing your knees. But right now, I'll just do shoulder width. Again, palms are up. As I come up here, I'm maintaining a muscle at the top, just like I was showing off for my kids or my grandkids. And I'm not just making this a bicep exercise. I am tightening my glutes, I am tightening in my core. So I'm bringing my belly button to my spine and getting my hips underneath me and tightening those glutes. So it becomes basically a vertical plank, even as I work on the biceps. So now I'll just finish out my set. Okay, so now we're going to do a lunge. Now, if you watch my advanced exercise with the same rip trainer, I will show you how to do a step back lunge with a row, which is a compound movement, but it requires balance and it's just a little bit harder. So right now, lunges themselves can require a decent amount of balance, so I'm just going to do an empty lunge. If balance is an issue for you, you can still get a great lunge, but get near a chair, a couch, some railing, or whatever it is to give yourself that balance without actually supporting yourself so much on it. So as this happens, all I'm going to do is drop my back knee and then back up. Again, as I do this, I'm not letting this knee get past those front toes. I'm not resting on the back knee. I'm just letting it graze and then back up. Again, wherever your hands are comfortable. If you wanted to, you could even be holding a medicine ball here, whatever you need for balance. And just lightly touch that and make sure you get both legs. And there we go. So for our final exercise today, we're going to do tricep extensions. Now, if you've ever been in a weight room, you've probably seen where you're going down to the ground with the cables, or you're going up like this with a dumbbell. Instead, with this, we wrap it around our vertical support. We get inside here, and just like all the others, let's make sure I've got balance on both sides, so I'm doing the same amount of exercise. Palms away, elbows high, and now just extend up there. Notice, since it's wanting to pull me back, I've set a foot back here a little bit as a stop. Not looking down, not looking up, just kind of picking a neutral point and going for a full extension, and I'm going to get my set. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed our workout today using a new modality, a new style of doing exercises that are common to us, the TRX Rip Trainer. Very versatile, and I will have some advanced courses as well to where I show you a little bit more of those compound movements that might require a little bit more balance but works more of the body in conjunction with each other. Also, again, I was using these Be Strong training cuffs, blood flow restriction training cuffs, which I'm a very strong believer in. It's just a way for you to be able to work out lightly with exercise and still get that muscle growth, that strength growth, the VO2 max growth, all these performance type of things that just makes it easier to do with these without the muscle breakdown. Also, I did want to point out, especially outside, but really need to do this on a given day, stay hydrated. Okay, so make sure you stay hydrated throughout the day on any normal day, but if you're going to be out here doing this, it's especially important also if you're wearing these blood flow restriction cuffs, because again, they limit the venous flow. And when they limit that venous flow, that means your heart's got to work that much harder to get the same cardiac output to those muscles because they're actually performing exercise. So by staying hydrated, you're going to keep that blood flowing a lot more smoothly. So also did want to point out again, vitamin D. Get out while you can, especially during this time. I'm recording this actually during the COVID pandemic, and getting out for 10 to 20 minutes of sun beats any kind of supplement you could ever do. Okay, you can research that. So this is Brian Vickery, your analytic health coach and personal trainer. Thank you for joining me. Go out to my YouTube channel and see other videos that I'm going to be putting out there to kind of help you with your own exercise. Recognize that if you go to Analytic Health Coach, you'll also see that I'll focus on nutrition and lifestyle too. So if you want program design when it comes to exercise, or perhaps even nutrition planning, or some of the lifestyle choices you could be doing so that you get to your health and wellness goals, do go out and make an appointment on the Analytic Health Coach website. In the meantime, thanks a lot. Have a great day.